What is going on, people? This is White Rice here, coming to you for a little debate today. Now, as you read the title of this video, this debate is about the upcoming event known as 420. Now, what is 420 out there for those of you who don't know? Well, 420 is an annual event in which marijuana smokers like to smoke marijuana on this day, pretty much. Yeah. It's also the anniversary of the Columbine school shootings and the birth of Adolf Hitler. Now, this event started to come around in 1971 in California, specifically San Rafael High School, where people met by this area at 4:20 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, now we're just gonna go over like, is this a holiday that really should be celebrated or shouldn't it be? Let's get into it. Well, first of all, it's been about 420. Well, first of all, you gotta understand something about 420. First of all, it's a holiday about smoking marijuana, which means it's illegal in most states. Now, I know in Colorado and Washington, so far it's legal, and in other states it'll soon become legal. However, as of right now, in most states, it's not okay to smoke marijuana unless it's medicinal. But yeah, traditionally you can't. And plus, all the side effects of marijuana, it's been proven time and time again. It may not be as bad as cigarettes, but yeah, it's still pretty shitty for you. But, what is the positives to this? Well, if you live in Colorado or Washington, you buy marijuana, you have to pay more taxes, but that helps better support the governments, that reduces the amount of crime, really. 420, I guess, is a time to remember and reflect on Columbine, to reflect on how awful a person Hitler was, I guess. I mean, in all honesty, in my personal opinion, I don't think 420 is a kind of a holiday we should be celebrating. I think it's kind of a wasted holiday. Yeah, kind of thing. I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot. And for those of you who say marijuana is evil, you must be watching the movie Reefer Madness, honestly, because marijuana is not all that bad, honestly. Yeah, again, now for those of you who are younger and who don't really know the side effects of marijuana, let me just explain it. First of all, it's a depressant drug, so that means you're going to be kind of on the more mellow side. It contains the drug THC, and and now this really affects with your mind, really, like, so you can't really think that clearly. And like I said, it slows down a lot of things. You do laugh traditionally. I mean, hold on a second, I just gotta answer something. There we go. Okay. So yeah, and also with marijuana, yes, now it's become a little more legalized, like under an ounce or something like that on the road. But I mean, there's still the way a lot of people inhale marijuana is they put it in a thing called a joint, which is handmade. You smoke it, and then so yeah. And the reason why marijuana is illegal, well, all the side effects I just mentioned. It does kind of the same thing as cigarettes, damage your lungs really. Well, I mean, it doesn't alter your mind like cigarettes. And you get a thing called munchies, which means you're extra kind of hungry. So yeah, if you're wondering why I'm just explaining this, it's again for kind of the younger audiences out there, like people who are in elementary and middle school. Like even though like probably don't even know what 420 is. Yeah, all right. Checking the comment section. No one's talking so far. Yeah, it's fine anyway. It's late at night. So yeah, really. So also on 420, I don't know. Also with marijuana, you get like you with marijuana, you can kind of snap out of it easier than other drugs, say like heroin or whatever. And it can be addictive. It cannot be addictive. I mean, it's kind of like alcohol in a way, I guess. I mean, alcohol in a lot of ways is worse than marijuana, but I mean, in terms of like, controlling your addiction. All right. All right, yeah, just checking some things right now. All right, hmm. So again, people, you can always comment down in the comment section to see if you are really interested about 420 culture. If you have ever smoked it yourself, you don't have to admit it, but I mean, it's fine. Personally, I've never done the drug myself. It's again, like I said, it's earlier, it's illegal right now. It's in my state. And yeah, I mean, I don't think really any country has legalized it fully yet. Well, I mean, it'd be neat, in my personal opinion, I think it'd be neat if they did it, but I mean, because it would reduce crime and it would bring higher sales of taxes. And let's see now, I do not have anyone looking at my stream. Oh, I think I have someone watching it. Yeah. Yeah, again, I have, oh, another thing I want to add is like about 420. Yeah, there's quite a bit of internet culture of like songs like the next episode, which encourages like smoke weed every day. I know it's kind of a joke, but I mean, it's just, the influence of marijuana has grown a lot, especially amongst rappers and like their crowds. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much a commonplace, especially with people like Bob Marley, who is a reggae artist, but yeah, tends to like smoke a lot of marijuana there. Okay. All right. Now, speaking about the whole 420 day, it's been 16 years since the event of Columbine school shootings in the Columbine High School in Colorado. And what what have we learned from that since? I don't think we've really learned much, honestly. And here's why. Well, I mean, we've gotten events like Sandy Hook, we've gotten other terrible shootings like Fort Hood. I mean, it's just, and people blame video games for it. I mean, yeah, shooters play people of the shooters like they play video games, but it's been proven not to cause violence. It's been caused by mental disorders. It's been caused by bad family life. I mean, just politicians and the media haven't learned really. I mean, we've better protected our schools, yes, but we still get shootings. We still get gun incidents every single year. And it's just sad, really. I mean, I'm sure we had shootings before Columbine, but Columbine was really kind of the first one that was kind of scary. I personally don't remember Columbine really. I was very young when it happened. But I mean, I do remember Sandy Hook, and I do remember how awful that was. But yeah, and also with the fact that Columbine is that yes, yes, the shooter, he went after people. I mean, but here's the one thing I can't stand about the media coverage about shootings like this. They always want to find a quick answer right away. They don't want to take time to develop the story. They like feel like they have to get it out there, and they feel like they have to, like they can't take a calm approach at it. Like, remember that shooting at Ottawa that happened back like in 2014? And remember how CNN was like all over like Mad Dogs? And remember how the CBC was like kind of a calm approach at it? Yeah, that's pretty interesting, especially since the incident happened in Canada and CBC didn't make a as big of a deal. Well, I mean, I mean, it was important coverage, but I mean, they didn't go Mad Dog in it, which I like personally a lot. So yeah, I think that we should take shooting seriously, but I don't think we should go like insane about it and make ourselves look panicked because that's immature and that's really, inappropriate to do. We should just take a look at it calmly and we should inform the people and get the right information out. I mean, we could tell them what happened, but I mean, a perfect example of this is Sandy Hook. And I remember when they were developing the story, they said that Ryan Lanza was the shooter. Only like a couple days later, they found out that Adam Lanza was the actual shooter of the incident. But I mean, it just got people so confused. I mean, they were rushing out the story, and that's just not good. You just cannot rush out the story and file bullshit. I mean, they might not think it's bullshit, but if you have any doubts, just don't release anything. You got to If you're covering something, find out. If you're trying to release a story and find out who did it, just get the full evidence. It might take some time, but it'll be worth it. Believe me. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Columbine and just school shootings in general, coverage kind of thing. I mean, they're awful, but I mean, I just think we should handle them better. I mean, yeah. As for many states, they don't really do a good job of like gun control sales, I don't think. But I'm not going to get into that. That's too politically deep. And then finally, do I even need to mention how terrible Hitler was about Hitler's birthday? I don't really. You people know him, his terrible stuff already. So I'm not even going to go into that. So yeah, now we come back around to this. What does 420, what does marijuana have to do with all these events? Well, one theory I feel like that has to be connected to all these is that they're all terrible events like Columbine, Hitler, and people want to smoke weed to forget about it, right? Probably, but who knows? I'm not a pot smoker. I don't know what the experience is like to smoke marijuana really. So yeah. But yeah, those are my 2 cents, people. Until again, this is White Rice signing off, and have yourself a good night, people. Bye.